All right, I am 16 hours into intermittent fasting on this Thanksgiving weekend. And I feel very happy-go-lucky. The reason I did a fast today is that I wanted to talk to my landlord about some difficult topics. He and I disagree about the clutter and the common space that we have to share. You see, I always record these videos in my bedroom now because the common space is a little bit too cluttered for the video, but more importantly, it makes it very hard to keep the area dust free. Right, I have some health challenges, and being able to vacuum the place is very important to me. And yesterday, as I was talking to my landlord, I wanted to ask him if there were things we could get rid of, and he got very upset at that, crying and screaming, almost like a teenager, I felt like I was his dad, trying to get rid of his stuff, and he was a teenager just crying and screaming instead of being a little bit more objective about it. And so I contemplated moving out of the place, and which is good because it forced me to look at other housing options, and I got to talk to some people while I was doing it. You got to remember, here in 2021, the ability to talk to somebody, it's not a God-given right? We had lockdowns, we had civil unrest and all of that, right? And so it was nice, even if I don't end up moving. I hope to talk my landlord into something workable because obviously nobody likes to move, and we do have a lot of common interests. And actually, today after I talked to him, he did concede that he wants to start living healthier too. I really got the impression that he realizes he has a hoarding problem, but he has some mental blocks in doing something about it. I really got that impression. So after I talked to him, I didn't feel like I wanted to move again. But it was good that I got some intermittent fasting. I think I was 14 hours into fasting before I talked to him. This would never work if I talked to him just after eating. You see, the house I tried to look at yesterday, I did it after eating. And I found that I was very talkative. I kept wanting to interrupt the owner. The owner was trying to ask me when the house was available, or when I needed the availability to be, and I kept interrupting with questions about various things. My big concern is the backgrounds of the people I'm going to be living with, right? I talked about this in another video. I had a disagreement with backgrounds when I was living in Phoenix, Arizona. But come to think of it, I'd rather deal with that than the hoarding problems. At least I can always go out and network with other people instead of my housemates. Right? As long as my housemates don't cause any health concerns like the hoarding, right? Anyway, I thought I would mention that there are no problems in life, right? Only privileges of being able to deal with something and to be able to network with people, including this hoarding issue, right? I mean, in the worst case, it would only take me 15 minutes to pack everything into my car and I can sleep in my car, if it got to that, right? If the health problems in the house got to that level, right? It probably won't, right? Anyways, I enjoy dealing with this, but unfortunately, I get very heavy-hearted every time I eat, and that's why I needed to fast today to handle this. The other unfortunate thing is that even though I handle problem-solving so well when I'm fasting, a lot of times our society forces us to eat and problem solve, right? Any workplace event, any meeting, I'm looking forward to going back to the Computer Olympiad in person, but I realize that in person, they're going to have a banquet of some sort. Anyways, maybe that's something I also need to practice.